As I mentioned in yesterday's video, I did do a grocery haul yesterday. I went out and bought a bunch of the foods that I think are going to help us meet the RDA on a lot of these vitamins and minerals. So as I promised in yesterday's video, I'm going to take you through my grocery haul, show you exactly what I bought, and I'm going to tell you exactly why I bought these items and why I think they're going to help to optimize the diet. So let's get into that right now. Alright, so first up, I've got 4 pounds of wild-caught salmon. I got these from Aldi's. These are the cheapest I could find in my area, and each 2-pound bag costs $9.75. And the reason I got wild-caught salmon is because it's specifically high in vitamin D and vitamin E, which are two vitamins that have been consistently on the lower side, so I plan to include this to bring those two up. Next up, I got some grass-fed marrow bones from Kroger. I got these for $9.80, and the reason I got these is nothing more than the fact that bone marrow has amazing health benefits and is an extremely good source of fat that is high in omega-3. And then once I pull the marrow out, I'll save the bones and use those for bone broth. Alright, so next on the list, I got some cooked mussels. So I ended up finding these at a local Korean store. And as you can see, I got each bag for $4.99, and these are 1-pound bags, so I got 2 pounds here, which is quite a bit. Now, these are a product of Seoul, Korea, but they are sourced from Chile. So I'm not sure if they're farmed, I'm not sure if they're wild caught, it doesn't say on the bag, but I'm going to sacrifice myself for this situation, and I'm going to consume these because these are very, very high in manganese, and manganese has been consistently low, and these are also very high in folate, vitamin C, and vitamin E, so these should really help to round out the diet. Alright, I also picked up these oxtails. These are from Hawkins Farms. I got these from my farmer's market, and the only reason I got these, to be honest, is just because I freaking love oxtails, and these were very cheap at like $5 and some change a pound. So both of these were $17.90 for the two of them. And as you can see here, this one weighs 1.62 pounds and this one is 1.44 pounds. Next up are hog fries, which are hog testicles. I got these for $3.69. This pack cost me $5.96. And the reason I got these is because pretty much any kind of testicle is a great source of saturated fat, as well as B vitamins, essential amino acids, copper, iron, phosphorus, potassium, selenium, zinc. There's a lot of really beneficial stuff in here, and a lot of beneficial stuff that is great for hormone health. Alright, next on the list, pork brains. So just full transparency, I've never had brains before, but I've always wanted to try them. And the reason I opted for pork brains is because they are specifically very high in vitamin C, which is one of the things that's been lacking. So I got these for $3.99 a pound. So the main point to consuming these is obviously to try and bring my vitamin C up, but they also contain a lot of very essential vitamins and minerals, a lot of B vitamins, iron, there's a lot of great saturated fats in here, essential amino acids, as well as vitamin E, copper, magnesium, manganese, which are two that have been consistently low, phosphorus, selenium, and zinc. Alright, next up, I got a bunch of chicken gizzards here, and I really got these mostly for my dog, but I do eat these as well, and I got these for $1.59 a pound. I also picked up some pork chops and some pork ribs from a local butcher shop, so I got all of these for $2.99 a pound. Now, the reason I got pork chops, because I usually don't consume a whole lot of pork at all actually, but pork is very, very high in vitamin K, and I'm gonna have a fight with Chronometer because it's not showing me any pork that has vitamin K in it. But if you go to Healthline or pretty much any health website, it'll show you that 3 ounces of pork has 49% of the RDA for vitamin K. So whenever I log this, I'm gonna have to talk about that and make sure that the vitamin K is being captured properly. But pork is also very high in vitamin D and vitamin E, which are two of the other things that have been kind of lacking. So hopefully by including some pork in my diet, I'm gonna be able to round out those things. Alright, and I couldn't go to the grocery store without getting some chicken feet, which I include with every single one of my dog's meals. I get these for $2.24 a pound, so that one was $3.58 and this one was $3.63. So I also picked up these chicken gizzards, and I got these from Kroger. These are from Heritage Farm, and the reason I get these is because they also contain chicken hearts, whereas the ones I get from a local butcher does not. I got these, which are 20 ounces a piece for $1.99 a pack. Next up, I got some pork kidneys. I got these for $1.19 a pound, so this pack cost me $1.59 for 4 kidneys. And the reason I got these specifically is because of vitamin C. These are also very high in folate, vitamin D, and manganese, which are 3 other nutrients that have been consistently low. I also picked up some pork liver for $1.49 a pound from a local butcher shop. I chose pork liver specifically because it is very, very high in vitamin C, and of all the livers out there, it has one of the highest vitamin C contents. It's also very high in vitamin A, folate, B vitamins, and iron. And while I was there, I also grabbed some chicken livers for $1.59 a pound. Chicken livers are also very high in vitamin C, which is why I chose these. And while they are very high in vitamin C, they have a lower vitamin A content, and they're also very rich in iron, folate, and B vitamins. And that's just to name a few nutrients, because liver in general is nature's multivitamin. Alright, I picked these up from Kroger. These are fresh oysters. and I got these on Manager Special. These are $5 a piece, so 15 bucks for the 3 cans, and each one is 8 ounces. And the reason I got these is because they are very high in vitamin C, E, and manganese, which are 3 nutrients that have been consistently low. So by including these in my diet, I'm hoping to balance those out. Next up are some turkey necks. I got these for $2.09 a pound, so this pack cost me $4.16. And these are strictly for my dog. I cut these up into sections and give these to her as is, as raw meaty bones. 2 more butcher shop hauls. I got a chicken leg quarter pack. I got these for $1.29 a pound, so this whole pack cost me $7.97, and this is over 6 pounds of chicken leg quarters. And then I got an entire chicken here, and I got this for $2.59 a pound, so this is almost 3 pounds, and that was $7.34. And the reason I got chicken is because chicken is inherently very high in vitamin E and vitamin K, which are 2 things that have been kind of lacking. So I hope that by including some more chicken in my diet, it's going to help to round out those nutrients. And one of my all-time favorite carnivore foods is beef fat trimmings. So I got these for $2.99 a pound. This is almost 20 pounds, 18.21 pounds, and I got this entire bag for $54.45. And the reason I got this is because I tend to eat on the higher fat side, usually around a 70-30 fat to protein ratio, and I absolutely love beef fat trimmings, so I never run out of these, and I'm always sure to have these on hand. So to help round out the calcium in my diet, which is another thing that's been kind of lacking, I picked up a bunch of dairy, and I got all this from Aldi's when I was in there getting the wild caught salmon. So the goat cheese cost $1.89, the organic butter was $5.45 for a pack of 4, and the white cheddar was $2.59 per block. And the hope with these is to help round out vitamin D, E, and K, as well as calcium. And I picked up these additional blocks of cheese. I got this one from Walmart for $2.77, and I got this Tillamook cream cheese for $3.99 from Kroger. It's one of the very few cream cheeses that does not have guar gums or thickening agents. And I picked up these free-range eggs from Kroger as well. One of the whole reasons I went out this weekend was to go to the farmer's market to pick up local eggs, but unfortunately they were sold out by the time I got there. But I did pick these up for $6.99, which is a little more expensive than what I would have paid at the farmer's market. And the reason I got these is specifically for folate, vitamin D, and E. I also got 2 5-pound packs of fresh ground beef from a local butcher shop, and these cost me $3.59 a pound. They weren't on sale this week, so a little more expensive than what I'm used to paying. And the sole reason I got this is because I never let myself run low on ground beef because I love to eat it. I also picked up a 10-pound bag of chicken leg quarters. This is Purdue Farms, and I got this from Walmart. I was in there for the chicken feet, so I figured I might as well grab a bag of this just to illustrate the cost difference. So I got this 10-pound bag for $8.72, so that boils down to 87 cents a pound. All right, so that's the entire grocery haul. So I think it's important to note that I'm only buying a lot of these foods because I'm really trying to optimize this diet, and I'm kind of using this as an experiment to see if we can round out the nutrition and to see what it takes to get all the vitamins and minerals that we really need to thrive. But on a day-to-day basis, I'm eating very cheaply, and that's been really illustrated and documented over the last couple weeks, because even by me eating intuitively, I'm still getting all the vitamins and minerals that I need to thrive. I'm just not getting them in optimal amounts every single day. Now, the food I bought yesterday, some of it is a little more on the expensive side, but for what you're getting, it's still really cheap compared to pretty much any other food in the grocery store, especially when you compare it calorie for calorie, nutrient for nutrient, pound for pound. It's going to be much cheaper. So I did the math on all that food, and that's right at 80 pounds of food. 80 pounds of food is a lot, and that food is going to last me a lot longer than what this experiment is going to run. So it's going to carry on way beyond the 15 days that I'm going to do this optimization period. And the total cost for that haul was $254.78. So $250 for 80 pounds of food is not a bad deal. And again, look at what you're getting. You're getting all of these nutrients that are extremely bioavailable. They're extremely rich in all the fundamental and vital nutrients that we actually need to survive and to thrive and to live our best life. And I think that's the most important thing. Even some of this stuff that's a little bit more on the pricey side, if you're not including it all the time, but you're just making sure to get it in your diet, and you're making sure to add variety into your diet so that you don't develop any kind of deficiencies over the long term, I think that's enough. And by doing that, this food's going to last you a very long time. You can rotate it in and out whenever you want, whenever you feel like eating it. And if you eat intuitively, your body is going to naturally gravitate towards those foods when you need them, from my experience, because that's exactly what happens with me. And I'm really curious to see how this goes even beyond this experiment. Just having this stuff in my house, when I open the freezer, what am I going to gravitate towards? And I feel like I'm going to naturally add variety to my diet, just as I have been over the last couple weeks. Our bodies are very complex organisms. We don't give them enough credit, but I think if we can just drown out the noise, cut out all the processed food that's hijacking our minds and our systems, and just listen to what our body is actually telling us, I think it's going to lead us in the right direction. So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to starting this journey of optimization, and I'm extremely curious to see how this is going to go, to see how I'm going to feel, and to see how easy or difficult it is to try and round out the diet and to get all these nutrients that I've kind of been lacking on the past couple weeks.